Good morning. Welcome to FlossTube. My name is Karen D, and I am the Twitchy Stitcher here on FlossTube and Twitchy Stitcher 01 on Instagram. This is FlossTube number 17, and today's date is July 3rd, 2026. I want to welcome you to my craft room. Hi to all my friends and to any new friends who have dropped by. I did a whip parade on my Flossiversary, so I do have a couple of new people who joined, and thanks for joining. Today I'm going to show you some whips, some finishes, fully finishes, challenge results, and just a little bit of information. I'm also going to show you my new fabrics from the sewing shop. I just want to mention to all my Canadian friends that I sent out all the information for Canada swaps. So check your junk mail if you don't have it, and if not, please get a hold of me right away, and I will forward the information to you. I'd like to do a little shout out. Deanne, a friend of mine from Stitching on the Rock here in Canada, she's in Newfoundland, this summer will be doing her 100th floss tube, and she is trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by then, so please check her out. She does fabulous full coverage, a variety of whips, and I think right now she has a Teresa Kogut one that is really sticking out in my mind. But please pop over and show her some love, and I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. I decided to do a couple of mid-year stats just for fun. By the end of June, I have stitched 110,217 stitches. And in June, I stitched 21,927 stitches, which is my highest month, but it seems it was one of my busiest months, so I don't know how that works. And to anyone out there who reads, check my Goodreads stat, and at the end of June, I was at 245 books. And I generally do not read a book that is under 150 or 200 pages, so these are all nice sized novels, so I'm proud of that stat. The first thing I'm going to show you is two fully finishes, and the first one, I just lost the bead off it, but it was fully finished. Oh, isn't that terrible to have this happen on camera? Anyway, this is the Needle-On bookmark, and it is the Lost Flower Blade, and it is available on her website. It's not in the book. This I did on 14 count Aida, and it is 1,763 stitches, and it's 33 by 117. So if you do a smaller count, you will end up with a bookmark. The next one is the Pink Flamingo, Stitchcraft by Mary, and there it is. As you can see, it's bright in here. I have some vision problems, and my son-in-law put a brand new light in here, and boy is it bright, and it really helps me being able to see and stitch, so I'm really grateful for it. But it's a little bright right now, so I might have to get him to turn it down a bit. But this was on 14 count Aida, and it was 5,378 stitches, and it was part of the birthday sale from Melanie of Uplift Stitches. So I'm glad I've got it in time to hang in my room for the summer. And the last not fully finished, it's only just a finish. But I started this in January of 2025, and this is Anne Boleyn. And it's on 16 count Aida. It's 7,293 stitches. And I finished that in June. I did the chronic in her lace collar, and all her beadwork is now done. I don't know if you can see the beads, but there's quite a few, and it is done. And that was for Maximum Cross Stitch, our very own beloved Ellen Reed. And the next thing I'm going to show you is the Northern Cardinal, and that's from Cottage Garden Samplings. And I know you've seen this because Y2K, me and Karen the Stitching Owl, had a discussion about this pattern. You might want to check it out. And this is a restart. I changed all the red colors. So this is it so far. I worked on the upper wing. So in June, because it's my Christmas stitch, so I work on it the 24th, 25th. I got all the upper part of the wing done, and I got started the second part of the second wing. So I really like these colors. So I'm really pleased with the way the reds are turning out. And it is now at 50.8%, and I'm really happy that it's over the halfway point, because it's not a favorite stitch of mine. It's one I really want to have done because I want to frame it and hang it in my room. But it doesn't seem to flow the way some of my other patterns do. So you have to kind of really work at it. And that was part of the birthday sale. And Laura, Stitching by the Shore, Mary's Stitching Corner, Karen, the Stitching Owl, who got hers done already, Amy of Renewing Stitches, and Leigh of Six Strings and Other Things. I think Leigh has hers done too. I don't know for sure. That might be wrong, but I think she's got it done too. The next one I'm going to show you is a brand new start, and it's the Canadian Flag Motif Sampler by KEB Studios. And I started that for Canada Day, July 1st. And I'm really happy with this. I'm doing it just on an 18 count Aida, just a steel gray Aida. Excuse me. And this, it's upside down. So this is the top of the maple leaf, and this is the middle. And this is about the center of the flag. So I will have another row of 5 white Quakers and another row of 5 red Quakers to go from to the end of the one side. And I am using DMC Floss. So I'm using 321 and B5200. So I think I really like the way it's standing out. And it's 4,578 stitches, and it is at 21.9%. And it's going to be my July's Quaker a day. Not a 100-stitch project, a Quaker a day. And these are really nice Quakers. I have to admit, they're not complicated, which is good because I'm not a person who loves Quakers. But these ones are all so pretty, and they remind me of florals, and there's just something about them that it's really fun. And that's from Karen Bowen at KEB Creation Studio. The next one is something different for me. It is a lamb. And this is called Lamb with a Green Bow, and it is by Naila and Stitch on Etsy. And the reason I'm doing this is my great-granddaughter was born yesterday, a healthy 7-pound, 11-ounce baby girl on her grandpa's birthday. So my son-in-law is thrilled. The parents are thrilled. Everyone's happy and healthy. And this will be her birth sampler. I don't have a name yet, but I'm sure I'll hear about it today sometime. Because I know they had a few favorites, so they're just seeing what fits this precious little angel that has joined our family. I'm so lucky to have 2 great-grandchildren, and I got to spend the other day with Hadrian, her big brother, and it was so much fun, but tiring. The next thing, that's at 46.9% already. The next thing is Mermaid's Realm, which is my Monday stitch. I stitch on this every Monday. It's a Joan Elliott, and it's very long, and it's in one color with one shade of Kreinik that I haven't decided which color Kreinik I want yet. And this is at 40.7%. And I worked on this section all through June. July, I'll be going over and working on this section with the mermaid's tail, some seaweed, I think that's a shark, some creatures. This always reminds me of a snail, but I don't know if it's a turtle or a snail. But, and this is on a Kaylee's fabric, Baba Ganoush, and this is a 16 count, and the total stitch count is 22,594, and I am at 40.7%, and I would like to have it done by the end of the year. I haven't figured out the numbers yet, but I think it's possible to get that done. The next one is my temperature stitch. I'm working on that with my girlfriend Christine, and it is called Local Conditions from Satsuma Street. I love Jody's designs. They're so bright and colorful, but I have to admit, working on this cityscape for temperatures is really fun. I look forward to working on it every Sunday morning. And as I show this to you, you will see we're hot. We're really hot. And I'm loving it, but I'm not spending a lot of time outside. So this is up to last Sunday. So you can see we're in the 30s. These golds and yellows. I still have one more building to do, and then I will be starting July down here. And right now I am at 47.8%. And I really like the colors. I wasn't sure about the golds in that, but they really do convey the heat that we're going through right now. So, and yep, you can really see the winter, the spring, and the summer. Oh, my girlfriend Christine popped in for a coffee today, and she drew the numbers for the giveaway. So this is the soda stitch, and as you can see, it's not just a pattern, it's a gift package. So this is going to Janet Fraser. So if Janet, you would email me at twitchystitches@gmail.com. I will reply to your comment, but I'll need your address, and as soon as you send it to me, I will send this package out. It was fun getting it all together. And the other one is the Joan package. That was the Soda Stitch package. This is the Joan package. And as you can see, all kinds of goodies in here. And it is Stitching by the Shore 8666. So if you would send me your address, I will get them sent out as soon as possible because they're taking up space in my craft room and I want them to be gone. And for all my international subscribers, I know you're looking forward to this, so I thought the best thing I could do is, since the UK subscribers also seem to not have a problem with this company, I'm going to give a $20 a US dollar gift certificate for 123 Stitch. So if you would like to sign up to get a gift certificate from 123 Stitch, I am going to use the word Flossiversary, and it doesn't have to be spelled correctly. So if you say Flossiversary in your comment, you will be eligible for the draw, and it is for Canadians can join too. So if you want a second chance at another prize, feel free. It's for everyone. And don't say all the words that you know better to do. And I will make the draw on my next floss tube. Back to the regularly scheduled work. The next one is The Heart of Halloween, and it's by Little Dove Designs. And I'm working on this with Karen the Stitching Owl and Mary of Mary's Stitching Corner. And this was a restart. And it is on a 14 count printed Aida that I just got at Michael's. And I worked on the birds. I did all the glow-in-the-dark ghosties and the trim. And then I did this section. It's my Halloween stitch, so I work on it at 2 days at the end of the month. The skeleton is also done in the glow-in-the-dark. And I just find this area empty. So I think maybe I'm going to try find some bats or something like that, or maybe a spider web or something hanging in that corner, but it just looks a little empty to me. And once I am done this row, I will be at the halfway point. And it's so fun. It's a really fun, easy stitch. And it is at 41%. The next one is My Edwardian Dollhouse by Maria Diaz. And it is this one. And boy, you've been seeing it for quite a while now because it's my leap year, Sal. When did I start this? February 2024. And I am working on this last room right here. Right there. The dining room. And as you can see, once I finish the dining room, I just have that little front bit to do and it's done. And since I've been doing all the back stitching as I go, when it's done, it's done. So, and this will be going to the baby. But what I've done is I have done the curtains, I did the tablecloth, the chairs, and the little end table. So hopefully at the end of July, I will have all the stitches done in it, and I will start the back stitching. And then I just have to do the gardens and the sidewalk down here. So it looks like it could also possibly be a finish at the end of this year, which would be so nice. Let me just get the stats on it. and it is at 89.8%. So we are definitely getting down with that one. And the next one is a Tiny Modernist. This was a WIPGO call for June, and it is the Snow White tree. And let's see, I've got it on the board. That's it so far. So I did the Prince Snow White, some details, and I did this part, yeah, that part of the bottom level. So there's still some things to be done here, and then go up and do the top level. So this one is on Shirley Temple by the Sewing Shop. A little bit blown out, but it's a really pretty yellow. The total stitches is 10,752, and it is at 68.6% so far. And it's another one that's, it's got enough color changes, it's fun to do. The other WIPGO call was the Pearl Collector, which I also worked on in May, so you've seen it recently. And it's another Joan Elliott. And this is on Beach Ready by the Sewing Shop. And what I did was I worked on all, get it steady, all the ribbons. Worked on her hair, did the ribbons. So this section is done. And I started going up here and started doing her neck and shoulders. They don't show up very well, but it will show up. So pretty. I just, yeah. Welcome to the Joan Show. And the last thing I have to show you is Museum After Midnight. I love the latest drop, because the Dimetrodon is one of my favorite dinosaurs. I have a lot, but this is what I did this time. Now, I don't have the back stitching done. This week, there's not going to be a drop, so I'm going to go back and do some of the back stitching that is long stitches that I left. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of those. So it doesn't have the back stitching, but it is a lovely, I love the colors she chose for the, I don't know if it's a fin or what it's called exactly, a flourish. Huh? But as you can see, we're starting to get quite a few characters. So you won't see this next, no, you will see it, because there'll be another drop before my next floss tube. And that drop, the Dimetrodon, was a little over 1,000 stitches, so a little bit more stitch heavy this week. And it's also on what's this fabric called? Just a second. It is Carthage, 14 count Carthage. I'm going to show you my fabric. I got 3 fabrics this month. I get 2 from Kaylee. I get her her brights, and I get her neutral. So I get 2 fat quarters a month, and boy. But I also got Stitchman Darcy. I ordered one of his fabrics, and boy, it's blown out, folks. I'm sorry. It is bright lime green, and it's called Walk the Line. But it is just so blown out. There's a little bit better there. But it is bright lime green. He might as well have called it Margaritaville. And the other one is, what's this one called? I Get a Fat Quarter, 14 count, and this one is called Endive, and it is a yellow green. And the other one I got is called Rhubarb. And yes, it's yellow, it's pink, it's everything scrumptious. So I love those fabrics, so I'm really happy, and I'll look forward to find some wonderful, vibrant pictures to do on them. The other thing was Stitching by the Shore, her June I Spy. Something Prickly was Museum After Midnight. Something about all those dinosaurs makes me think of prickles. Something You See in the Sand was the Pearl Collector. She's holding a really nice big conch shell. So the third thing was the letter G, and I didn't come up with anything. Obviously, I need to work on my imagination skills. Sorry, Karen, you are teaching me the best you can. Number 4 was The Longest or Tallest Project, and that's Mermaid's Realm. Strawberries. Snow White Tree has a bright strawberry right on the end of one of the levels. Purple, Heart of Halloween, is on Purple Ada. Something Near a Dad Joke. I just didn't even look it up. I was just busy and skipped it. Flowers, the Snow White Tree has flowers. Something Round, the pumpkins in Heart of Halloween. And Something You're Stitching with a Friend was Local Conditions. My temperature chart, I'm stitching with Christine. Now, because I had so many full finishes, which you saw on my last floss tube, I maxed out my RPG characters, so I got, for June, the 16 was the top you could get on Dexterity. And the funny thing is, my species is a gnome druid, but I'm a thief. I have a sleight of hand and stealth, so to max out on my dexterity means I am a super thief. And if I was going on an adventure, I would want one of me with you. So I really think that's really funny that I maxed out on something that is so integral to my character. I think that's about everything. I want to say thank you all for dropping by, subscribing, commenting, all the wonderful things you do to support me. And please have a wonderful, safe summer, and be careful out there. It's hot out. And I will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.